I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know if we ever had the music playing that long to get the lyrics
Yeah. I didn't know there was going to be a lady singing at the start of this match.
Well, similar win percentages. You can see that Ascent has been a very good map for both of these teams. 71% versus 75. More maps played, however, for Prince. So, I think that 4% discrepancy actually plays to their benefit, just given that they've played 17 times here.
So, quiet start here for round one. Of course, the most impactful round, as this will ripple through the rest of the first half here as far as how the economy is going to be building. So far, they have not decided to push it all. Mid is being checked here by the Astra, but they've just now smoked her out, and this may be the moment they decide to move forward. Actually, Astra further smokes over the mid here.
Just pulling back. I was going to say, doesn't have any defensive stars set up right now in mid, so we'll throw one down right in the archway, potentially for a gravity field, maybe just, pull up one of these nebulas. That's exactly what she's done.
A door closing now over by the B site. And it appears that they want to spring through A short. They're going to have the Omen smoke into tree now. They may actually decide to not push it. Okay, they're going to go for it anyways here.
Yeah, going to be making their way in. This is going to be versus 3. Door now getting shut. Does get destroyed. Hound pulling back onto the site. Kosa hovering in mid, or rather in heaven. And it's going to be a full rotation to mid. That's what I'm trying to say here. So they're going to just go ahead, cut back across, now look for the B site.
Yeah, it appears that they are going to try to come into B. We do see Spear Gaming scrambling to come back here in time. Paint Shell's going to be chucked out there as they do come down and pounce onto the B site.
Now a lot of damage getting pushed forward. They get the finish onto Lawrence. Halbay does get cut down. Nakshi finally the kills, gets another Paint Shells, chucks that in. Doesn't get any damage through. It's like just a smattering of it. Both members going to be low, but Kosa with 3 HP. Now Hound looking to try to close this out in a 2v2.
Yeah, Hound coming forward here. Get some nice shots off over onto the Omen.
Oh, but time. Running down, so couldn't get it in time, and Spear Gaming just walk away with a round 1 win. So
I was almost caught off guard by what happened there for a second, Yeah,
it's so much explosive action. I mean, there's a lot of great time bought on the site right there by Nakshi, getting that second Paint Shell usage as well. Just cannot go for the spike plant in time, and Spear just able to take it away.
Yeah, I think more of a screw up there by Prince than really a brilliant play by Spear Gaming. It's
call it a half and half.
Yeah, kind of a funny moment to end that in the first part here. So we have Spectres bought right now for the defenders. It's going to be an extremely conservative round here for Prince. They may go for an alternative or maybe even high-risk strategy here, since you're usually, at least on paper, guaranteed to lose the second round if the gunplay is at all good and the positioning is all good for the defenders. It's 2-3 split right now. The spike is outside of A long. It's not clear exactly where Prince wants to go.
They're inching around. I mean, they're just trying to get any kind of information at the moment. Park Jung right around the corner here as Cobra and Halbay have inched forward into B main. Would be a 2v2 if they try to go for any sort of peeks. Looks like a Hawk was used over there, and Hound will find an opening kill as Lawrence goes down. He'll get the overheal now, just make sure that he's got 150. Just doing a little jump.
Yeah, ideal kill there by Hound. It's going to make them even stronger and make the A side even less penetrable.
Oh, okay.
Damn!
I'm going to say probably Hawk out, gets blind onto both, pushes in with the Spectre is an easy cleanup. Now, last two members getting wrapped around on Kosa with the long creep up through mid-top. There he is. Gets one, gets enough damage in. That'll be the finish. It's a very swift second round here for Spear Gaming. Or rather slow at the start, but all of a sudden action explodes and they have it in hand. But now it's going to be rifles for the side of Prince. So let's see what they decide to do this time around. But you can see, how slowed down they get because of this Astra on the other side. They have to inch forward. They're trying to spot out where these stars are going to be set up so they can avoid these, gravity well combination plays that could potentially be there with, the likes of Nakshi or maybe even just like Hound or Park Jung throwing out a blind, pushing the corner, and just mowing everybody down as they're stuck in that gravity well.
Yeah, this is the round that Prince could be able to swing here. It's going to be Rifles versus Spectres. Phantoms and one Vandal, actually. As we go into round number 3. Mid is smoked, and the Sova's actually taking a very withdrawn position over at the B side. It seems like Spear Gaming is pretty confident this is going to be an attack on A, and now a naked B site, unbeknownst here to Prince, is available.
Yeah, I mean, this is fairly risky here from them. Let's see. as the dark cover goes out over towards defender's spawn. Now that they'll be hearing this boombot as well, this should give some information. There's an inkling of a feeling that this might be a hit onto B, especially with the door getting broken down now through market. The drone's looking for something. They pull back away from it, hiding in the nebula for now.
Now, they haven't actually gone on B just yet, even though it's very much available. There is a Reyna over here at an angle that could make it extremely difficult to push through mid-market, but she now comes back and heads over towards A short.
This is Prince really playing with the ambiguity quite nicely at the moment. They'll clear out that dart. Lawrence making his way through market. And they'll be able to confirm very quickly here that the site is completely open, and now it's going to have to be this 5v5 attempted retake for the side of Spear if they want to win out the third round and really upset the economy of Prince.
Okay, here we go. Shroud step over here to the corner. This is going to be an extremely difficult retake right now for Spear Gaming. The neglected B site has now been completely covered, and they're going to be camping down here. Nobody actually staying in B main. Instead, it's going to be stacked up over here with lots of smokes. Let's see what exactly Spear Gaming wants to do to try to infiltrate this.
Drone doesn't get a dart off, and Shells will just buy a little bit of time here for them. Kosa spots one, comes around the corner, but gets cut down. Cobra finding the opening kill, just spraying now through that cyber cage. Nakshi will find it, but gets traded out very quickly. Parkjung comes up with two, but here's Slash and Halbei. They will get the finish on the round, so still fairly costly. They lose 3 of their rifles, but they get themselves on the board. They have the spike plant, obviously, and this is going to be a good move forward here, a good return fire from Prince.
Yeah, I think a forgivable loss there for Spear Gaming. They took a bit of a risk by trying to heavily cover A in somewhat of an attempt to blind counter an A push there. But, you know, an easy B site take. And I think what you said, Achilleos, is absolutely true. I mean, they did get 3 kills there. You know, Prince is going to have to buy their way back into relevancy here as we go into the 4th round.
I mean, you can see it's a Bulldog, just the Cobra. He wants to have that full armor. Dart gets an incredible amount of value. And they're just going to continue to rush this.
Yeah, they're just going to bum rush the A site and go for it. Smokes all around here into A as we're seeing Spirit Gaming scramble to get into position outside.
Well, they do manage to get the spot. Halbei cutting across, so Wix cannot get a shot in. Try and take down that Cypher. They'll just break the door for now as the spike starts to get planted. It's going to be potentially a 3-man approach from Heaven, 2 from Tree. Seekers being sent out to try to spot them here on the site. Have to delay the Trailblazer so it doesn't get blown up.
Trailblazer gets stuck on the wall for a second. Yeah, they're coming in. Nakji with a double kill there, taking out Lawrence and Halbei. Cobra fights back there.
That's a collateral. Finds him with the Bulldog. Rocket let loose there from Nakji, but he cannot get realigned fast enough, and now it's going to be Slash in a 1v1.
This is a little bit tricky. He's going to shoot the shock bolt over there. Fires down, gets the kill there onto Parkjong. And it's now tied up 2-2 as Prince has evened things out.
I mean, I was talking about Slash before we got into this, that, you know, he was so impactful in their last series. That was a really risky play. I wasn't sure how he was going to go about it. I guess because he's positioned at wine, he knows that it's going to be too risky to try to go for the Hunter's Fury because he could just get rushed, and he doesn't have enough other tactics to try and get the delay set up. Had he been able to pull back over towards Gelato, would have been a lot safer to just pop the Hunter's Fury. So he goes for that aggro peak and very barely comes out on top of it. 6 health remaining, but now tied up 2-2.
We actually have a sheriff round right now for our defending team, Spear Gaming. So, I mean, the economics of the round have been a little bit tricky for them, but sometimes in Korea we see the sheriff rounds, the rounds that they end up winning. It happens more often than I think it should.
I mean, if you know how to click ahead,
yeah,
it can be just incredible.
Yeah.
They do have 2 Spectres here for Nakji and Parkjong as well, who have been, Parkjong especially, has been, I think all of his kills have been obtained with a Spectre so far. For the cam set up here on the corner.
Yeah, it takes a peek in here, but you can't necessarily confirm that nobody is in the B site. I mean, especially if you know there's a Cypher outside of B main, you can put your teammates in certain positions where that camera just cannot spot them. And so instead, it's going to be what appears to be a push into A. We'll see if they commit. They don't have that much time to go anywhere else. But A is...
It's heavily stacked.
Yeah, hey, A is... this is the second time we've seen Spear Gaming do this, and I really like this. They seem to have a very good idea of the way in which Prince likes to play. They're coming in here now. Misses all the knife shots and is then shot down by Hound. Slash gets the kill there on Kosa.
He does. They get the spot, crucially, on Anakji. I wasn't sure if the call had come through that he was hiding in the corner. Now the push through tree. The cleanup is going to be there, and it's just Wicks left standing, and he falls shortly thereafter. So we'll get the closeout on the round. It's really good execution from Prince. I thought it was going to be risky. I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but even with the dive in on the Jet, they get enough information to spot who is on the site and where. They get the cleanup. It's minimal losses. And they can afford to buy. I mean, Lawrence, he doesn't mind getting traded out like that. He loses the Blade Storm, but he didn't purchase a rifle in that round, so now he can go in for a full buy.
Well, and the function there is that, you know, you want the Jet to come in, start getting the shots off, and then everybody comes in behind that Jet to try to get the kills. But honestly, just an immaculate invasion there by Prince, punishing Spear Gaming. Coming now into round 6, we see that it is going to be a buy round with basically what you want to have, which is the Vandals, which is the Spectres.
Back into it. Just spraying through the nebula.
Does it bother you, the posture of Skye when she has the bird ready? Her spine is so curved when she has that out. She has to use one of those foam roller things on her back, man. That's some serious kyphosis she has. Look at that.
Regular visits to the chiropractor. They clear the boom bot. They don't know that Park Jung is this close, but is he going to be ready? No. The recovery time going from the Hawk to drawing down the rifle doesn't work out at all. Nakji spotted. It's going to be the Painters trying to delay. And Wicks with this nice cross angle catches Lawrence completely off guard.
Yeah, nasty shot there from Wicks. Jojo coming in here with a showstopper, looking for a target, finds it and fires, gets the kill on Wicks.
But Nakji, I was going to say holding firm, but does get dropped in the end. 2v2 as the Neural Theft gets used. We'll spot them both over towards the defender's spawn. Now can get set up. Drone moving forward, sees them advancing, and this is going to be Slash looking to play back, has that Hunter's Fury up to delay the plant. Okay, he's going to be using it now.
That was sick by Halbe. A good ping there onto Kosa. Now Hound going to try to come in here.
I mean, it's definitely clutchable if you can get a single kill. Knows where Halbe is at. Cyber Cage, toss down, push on the corner, but Halbe, he's got the headshot. It's a triple kill for him in the round. Prince, they take a decent little lead here, starting to separate themselves away from Spear Gaming.
Yeah, Prince has really picked up momentum since that third round. They have not lost a game yet, and I mean, I thought Spear Gaming was looking pretty strong, but we're seeing Spear Gaming basically hit the floor over and over and over, and thus we've got another round where Sheriffs have to be purchased because a rifle just can't be bought.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very precarious spot to be in. You want to have some form of stability. I mean, if they can get a thrifty win here, it'd be absolutely huge for them. See everybody just buying down to around, no lower than 1,600 there as Park Jung yet again invests in for the Spectre. Pulling back, I mean, right now heavily stacked with the spike over towards Gelato. If they just had to play out at the A this time, it could be huge. Cobra.
Cobra taking a lot of damage from those paint shells. They've been chased out of B, which means the obvious location that will be attacked is A. There is a Reyna hiding in Wine. Are they going to check? Doesn't look like it. Instead, they're going to come in here and push. Hound does get spotted by the Aldrone, whips around the corner, is shot down by Slash.
He does quite a bit of damage. He takes Jojo down to 4 HP, but it's not enough to get the kill. Kosa, in the meantime, does get the finish on the Halbe. He himself sitting with 5, so 2 very low HP members. This is very close to being a 3v3. Jojo, hello? Okay. Well, gets the finish on the Kosa, but Nakji with the wraparound coming through the attacker's spawn does manage to get the kill, and that's going to be a gun in his hands. Jumps across, now has the Vandal. Cobra looking to defend, and he nails the headshot on the peak with the Phantom. Seekers sent out this 2v3 attempt. Judge's hero.
I love that, the combination of the two of them there. Slash takes out Wicks. And coming up here, Lawrence trying to use that Judge to get the headshot up into heaven. It does not work out. Cobra with the fake Shroud Step, staying back. Another victory on the board here for Prince. And the teabagging is real.
He's squats. Just building
doing
up that,
squats, man.
The thigh strength.
Yeah.
I don't really know what Cobra was trying to fake Shroud Step for. I mean, like, he was trying to make it seem like he went to Wine, but there was one person left and they knew where he was. It was like almost out of audio range of the Shroud Step.
It was kind of funny when we saw that happen because I was like, yeah, what is the actual plan here? I guess sometimes there's so much stuff going on, if you even making the Shroud Step audible can be confusing enough as it is for the other team, or in that case, the only other player that was in the game. Showstopper out. He's going to go for an aggro play here. Coming around the corner only is Halbe.
They don't even get him.
Yeah.
Not even a lick of damage.
So Nocchi now at least can confirm that B is not a target for now, but it doesn't appear that Prince is very committed here with a spike over to A either. Instead, they're going to run the clock for a little bit. We already see that, you know, Spear Gaming has decided to take a pretty offensive position, particularly here with the Rays. We'll see when they push out if the Rays can get any flanking shots here. Casa peeks out from B. The spike slowly shuttled back towards B main.
And they can have a fairly quick collapse onto the B side, but because they're taking so much damage, he has to pull way back. Now has to just, you know, basically back all the way up over towards defender spawn just to get set up defensively with some stars. But Wicks, oh, what? Finds two with the second shot off the Hunter's Fury. That's a huge turnaround here. Lawrence, however, does get the punish, evening it up, making it a 3v3.
This could be the round that could put Spear Gaming back on the board. We see the push coming forward here. Cypher going to relocate some of that utility. Slash going to shoot some shock darts up here into A heaven. And Halbei now goes for the plant. Spikes down. Now they're going to have to come in here for the defuse.
Door broken down, heals out on the Kosa, so they do at least have a topped-up player now. So HP advantage is in the hands of Spear. Hawk's going down, but it's in the Cypher case, so doesn't manage to get the blind. Kosa pushing forward, finds one, gets his head taken off. Hound wrapping around from the side now, it's all on Slash. Can he pull it off again? Pushes the corner, and Park Chung, he's got the kill. Spear will have the defuse. 3-5 now.
As exciting as the end of that round was, I really got to go back to the beginning where we saw that insane play there from Wicks, nuking two of the players with the Hunter's Fury.
Great
basically setting up the round to be a very doable round there for Spear Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, they just reaggressed after, you know, over towards that B main, after the whiff on the rocket, get some damage out. And it was a really good recon bolt from Wicks. He gets a spot onto all of them, and it just sets up for that play to really take off. So losing that many people early ends up costing Prince considerably. So looks like it might just be a hard hit now. Just going to go for A.
Yeah, hanging out by the A side here. Oh, that's annoying. Double bounce there on that shock dart.
Should be thankful that he double bounced.
Yeah,
that would have been way worse if he hadn't.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and steer away from A for now. The Trailblazer did come out of B, so I mean they're pretty confident that they know the location here of Prince. Although people are not truly checking mid, and that's now going to be smoked off. This may be a push through A short, or possibly even directly through mid.
Park Chung has Seekers again. Just grab the Alt Orb over in B main, and it's online. So it's ready to go. Slow creep forward. Dark cover. Blocking off access over towards Garden. The drone's not going to be able to see too much. Slash going to be hovering in mid, looking like to cover their backs. But, oh, Hound, great shot. Takes down Lawrence as soon as he peeks the corner. Dart goes out. Get the spot onto one. Let's force them back.
First kill there. Casa takes out Halbei. Slash with the kill on Wicks. Hound fights back, taking Slash out.
Couldn't quite set that last shot, so Hound does fall, but Kosa from window manages to find JoJo. Suddenly it's just Cobra, and he is not prepared for Park Chung to be right around the corner. Gets eliminated, and there's Spear.
Yeah, I like the idea there at the end to get the Omen to go up through the window into heaven and maybe get an unusual plant into A, but it did not work out. Was blindsided there. So far, this is turning out to be an extremely close map. We're going into round 10. Prince has the lead, but honestly, not by that much.
Yeah, I mean, Spear running it back with these last few rounds. Nocchi now has an operator in his hands. It's going to be a Bulldog again for Cobra. Granted, he got a collateral last time, so, you know, not necessarily a weakness.
Right.
Lawrence is going to be saving as he does have this Blade Storm, but do they peek out in the mid? Ooh. Oh, the shot not going to connect. Actually unable to find the flick. Lawrence going to be dropping down the spike. Let's see if he just wants to go for a double updraft boost, perhaps, over the top of this archway. They need to be ready for Kosa right around the corner. Look at the confirmation that he's there. But oh no! JoJo, he hasn't realized! He just falls! Lawrence does make it into the back, manages to find Nocchi, and Hound will get taken down. Operator now in hand, but Kosa is still here! Everybody is still ignoring the existence of this Astra. He picks up two, making it a 3 for 3. A great bounce, though, from Slash.
That was sick.
Sparing his team some blush, just gets a kill to give them the advantage.
Yeah, that was insane. I mean, the jet comes in to draw to crosshairs away, but then you have to check that flank, and that Astra kill was insane. But now we have the spike about to be shuttled into B here, as the Omen and the Sova can both confirm there's nobody present here to defend. Outside, Wix coming forward here, just outside the Omen smoke, but can't initiate until the Sky is able to come through mid-market.
Got some shock bolts. You can set it up. If you can get one on a Cobra, that would kill.
Okay, this is going to reveal the position here of the Omen. Whoa!
Okay, it's over.
Yeah.
All right, well, an explosive finish to the round as Halbay just mows down both.
Impressive round there now, 6-4. The best Prince can hope for is to win the next 2 rounds, closing out the first half at 8-4. But Spear Gaming, I mean, this round will be tough. I think the next one will be the one that's going to be a bigger test of where they're at. This is, of course, the Sheriff round, which really comes down to can you get the headshots immediately.
So this is how... Oh, wow. That was actually really well done by Lawrence until until they ignored Kosa again and he died.
Yeah, I love the spray transfer through Sova's head onto Sky's head there. Round 11, and the spike, at least for now, is close to B. But, you know, we've seen Spear Gaming do this at A, but this time they're going to do it at B. A 4-man stack onto the B site here. Just Reyna over here. The Hound player, or the Hound player, Hound, the Reyna player, is covering A right now, which doesn't appear to be the source of attention now for Prince, as they are going to be gearing up to possibly drop into B. And they're going to be surprised. 2 players sitting in the boathouse right now, and the Rays just around the corner of the house.
Drone getting ready to peek here to B.
Now, Halbay pokes out and shoots it, but that doesn't mean they can confirm that everybody else is there. In fact, it's going to be a 4-player push up here.
Still the stack. Smoke's going down, but there's Nakji. Up close and personal with the Judge, manages to find Lawrence. Do they still want to commit onto the side? Well, the answer is going to be yes, as we have that slow rotation coming through from Slash, just trying to get caught up. Push on the corner, Nakji finds another one. Halbay trying to go in with the cam. Jojo will find one, but Nakji is just cleaning up house. He's got another paint shells. He's going to let it loose. Boombot comes through. He gets spotted, but I don't think he's bothered by it at all.
Yeah, the spike is going to get snagged here by the Omen. It's now going to try to push into the B site. We do have the Sova over there with the Sheriff firing down. Kosa gets the headshot there on Cobra, leaving only Slash to remain here to get the spike plant or the team kill.
Oh, does manage to find one. Kosa is low, but Nakji crept down below him. He's hugging that wall. Gets 4 kills in the round to keep Spear afloat. Now we head into the last round in the half. And, you know, the question is this going to be a 7-5 or a 6-6? Based on how they're playing, I'm banking on this probably being a 6-6.
Yeah, I got to agree with that. By the way, we saw Wix buy the Odin, and then I think turn that back into, I think it was a Phantom instead there. But great play here. I mean, a lot of the problems that we saw Prince have here was when that spike was stuck on the ground. And I think when they saw that many players sitting in B, it might have been a wise decision to turn away, because you know you're going to get to A before they can get there. I mean, that B location in Boathouse is as far away from A as you can literally be on the defending side.
Yeah. 2 stack with quick rotations available. Jojo comes launching in, does manage to find one, and lands right on top of Hound. It takes him out, but Lawrence is quick on the push with the Judge to find a kill in response. Mural Theft spotting out the 3 remaining members on the side of Spear Gaming. As the spike will get planted, and it's a good position at the moment here for Prince. They very well could close out the half with an advantage.
Yeah, getting pinned there. We've got Halbay hanging back now, trying to guard over here by the door. Most of our players from Spirit Gaming are going to be trying to come here through heaven.
Oh, getting so close to spamming through onto Lawrence. Just haven't really been able to make those connections happen.
Wix has quietly managed to get down here by the generator. Halbay now hanging out back. Oh, Lawrence gets the kill there on Wix.
Yep, there you have it.
Yep,
Park Chung pushing through, but gets eliminated very quickly. Lawrence, almost getting killed by his teammate. But 7-5 in the half. Prince with the lead. And this is now just going to be, such an incredibly important pistol round for the side of Spear. If they can win that, then they will be able to tie us up 7-7. At least in theory, they should. And they need to try to run away with it, because if they can take down Prince, it's a really huge boon for them. Prince, the only map that they took off Rio was Ascent. It was 13-10. So if Spear can take them down here, I think that really sets them up well to just be able to close out this series in the end.
Yeah, let's see if they can do it. Prince, again, extremely strong showing back there. I'm glad the Spear Gaming was able to fight back and fight back pretty well. But like I said before we started this map here, I think this is going to be 3 games. I think these guys are a good match for each other.
Yeah, I have to agree, just based on how everything is going at the moment. We'll see, though. Get that first map win, sometimes it puts just so much wind in your sails that you come in extra confident for the second map and you can just close it out rather cleanly. But with this much pressure on the line, you know, that potential long break of not competing, staring in the face, you have to dig deep and you have to give it your all to try to continue to persevere and push forward.
Keep in mind that we saw Spear Gaming do some pretty alternative defending strats here. Oftentimes, not often, enough times to be impressive was 4-player stacks on one spike site here. I'm curious to see how the defenders are going to do this time out here with Prince and what their behaviors are going to be.
That's some good opening spray. No damage returned. Lawrence falls on to 50.
So this time around, Prince is actually going to go for a push into mid here. And Lawrence is going to be coming right around the corner here and misses the shot there with the Sova in between the head.
And they're going to spot 2. Lawrence is still playing around the corner. Ooh. Cobra finds the kill. And then we'll just try to exit, but here comes everybody moving out from lobby. Push up now towards Archway, and it is all down to JoJo and Slash.
Oh, but this is a really good angle here for JoJo. Oh, but they're ready for JoJo. Firing shots back through the box.
Oh, Slash on the other angle manages to find one. JoJo taken down. Slash with 12 HP remaining.
Yeah, this is difficult, but not impossible. Slash is going to guess they're going to go for the A site. He sets up to come in over here. He will be in position, but he's low on HP. And immediately shot down there by Kosa. The spike is planted, and the first win here for Spear Gaming in the first half.
They should be able to tie us up now with the second round, coming in with a gun advantage.
Right.
You know, highly unlikely the Prince will try to go for any kind of force buy. It's just too risky right now at this stage of the game. If you have, you know, a much more considerable lead, like if you go into the second half, like 8-4, 9-3, sometimes you'll see a force buy just to really offset the opponents. But since this is so damn close, they absolutely do not want to do that. So it will just be everybody sticking with classics, getting a little bit of utility. Not even going to be seeing light armor for the side of Prince. So just looking to retain as much money as they possibly can. See, like, even dealing with a boom bot becomes just such a pain.
Yeah, and they're going to just rush into B right now. We'll see if they can actually get the cover that they need. Noctu's going to come around the corner here. Does not see anybody advance. Oh, gets the kill immediately there onto Halbay. Now just Sova waiting over here around the corner. Oh, a fortunate peek there from Slash. Thought that the player might be further back towards the B main door and instead shot as he's trying to turn in that jump.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate timing there from Slash. Didn't quite get the read that they were going to be, you know, advanced so far forward, up onto the side. Hound almost getting out-traded by JoJo with the classic. Will get taken down by Lawrence, but Kosa very quickly peeks back out. Gets that finishing blow, and that will tie us up 7-7. Pressure mounting right now. Rifles in hand. Prince, they absolutely need to win this round. Otherwise, they're just going to be so economically offset that Spear should be able to extend this 9-7. So, see if they can get it done. It's just going to be 1 or 2 Vandals and the rest of Phantoms. And yeah, just unfortunate timing, really.
That sucks,
it's
man.
Just straight up unlucky.
Yeah. But look, I mean, that's the round we expect them to lose.
Yeah.
And so this is the round that actually has much more significance here, because this is the one that we're going to need to see Prince pull this back together, or Spear Gaming may just end up with too much momentum.
We'll clear the drone, and as that Cyber Cage fades away, you're thinking his lucky stars that the Nebula came up, does allow him to exit safely, but down to 20 health. Pretty brutal punish. Now in onto the B site, nobody situated in Boathouse, so this spike can absolutely get planted. Slash to be looking to bounce some of these shock darts in as the spike starts to get planted.
Okay, Halbay creeping in here, gets the insane headshot there from Park Jong with that Spectre. A huge punish there, which should allow for an easy spike plan here onto B.
It's just a really rough setup to try to go for that peak. Lawrence charges out, does manage to find Park Jung. Now the Lear pushing through. Hound redraws down with a Spectre, finds 2. Keeps himself tucked away into market, and this is catastrophic for Prince. It's all on Cobra. He will find 1, but he needs to do that 3 more times. It needs to be a quad kill here in this round, but it's just not going to happen. pinched from behind. Kosa gets a shot through the wall, and Spear, they'll take the lead.
Yeah, nicely done there by Spear. Again, that was an insane shot there with that Spectre. But now we're into a sheriff round here, as Prince is going to be into a little bit of a difficult position here as the defenders. Right now, Spear Gaming with momentum that it's going to be hard to deal with. I mean, look, the sheriff rounds are kind of funny because if you do get that headshot, if you happen to be very quick, then you can end up winning the round anyways. But rifles are just overall better in every sense.
As Lawrence just found out.
Yeah. So Lawrence now gets headshotted by Hound. Around the corner is JoJo. Thinking about peeking, might think twice with some of these shots being fired before she's even able to look around the corner.
He's still creeping for it. Is he going to be prepared for Hound this close up? Crouch? Nope. Hound strikes first. And yeah, just like that, I mean, the A site broken open. This calls for the wraparound now from Slash to have to defend the site, and they're just going to pull back away from here. So, you know what? We probably have exerted enough pressure for them to start rotating, so maybe we want to play this over onto B.
Yeah, I like the idea of getting the kills at A and then slow playing it to B, since you're probably going to have extra players begin to relocate.
Cobra.
Oh, huge kill there by Cobra.
Okay, it's a great lurk. Doesn't get the spike down or anything like that. That was rotated through the attacker spawn. Seeker's now going to be coming out defensively, and Hound finds Halbay.
Hound is just crushing it this round. Every time there's an initiation, Hound gets the kill, is able to then use Reyna's ability to further cement that lead. Spike planted over here, only Cobra and Slash remaining. Let's see what they try to do to break into this site.
Well, they know they're going to be able to buy in the next round no matter what, so they don't really mind too much if they try to go for this. Cobra on the peak. It's a little bit of damage in. It's going to have to pull back. Yeah, it has the TP away, actually, as the paint shells come through. So gets himself across. Just going to be looking for any kind of exit kills, which is why they have him set up here. They've got Slash in the back.
Well, looks like Cobra is actually going to try to push in here. See if he can get anybody maybe running towards B main. Does get one kill, and once again, it's Hound that takes out Cobra. With all the players retreating through the defender's spawn, it doesn't look like Slash will get any action. But this is going to be a 9th win here for Spear Gaming.
Yep. Slash just going into the spike, explosion, get that extra little bit of currency. But Spear, I mean, this is huge for them to try to take the lead in the series. 9-7. Rifles again in hand for the side of Prince. We do have an operator.
Yeah, this is about the most high-budget round you can have here. You've got your Sova over at B with the Odin. You've got your Jet holding the op, and then, of course, the Phantoms and the Vandals here for the other players.
Lawrence is glass cannon right now. He
Yeah.
only had 5K.
Good point.
He went straight in for this operator, so he is all in on this. If he gets tagged up at all, it could be catastrophic. He spots the gun. He knows that there's going to be someone tucked into the corner. And there's the shot. Great opener. He's not even going to risk it. Just immediately uses the tailwind to exit.
Yeah, does not get a ping here over into B main. The idea is that if you can actually detect anybody on that side, it's pretty easy with the Odin to then wall spam through there and get an easy kill.
He's got himself situated in heaven.
Oh, this is going to be a rough poke here for Wix.
They're waiting. Still 2 members making their way through Gelato now. The drone can check first. Oh, Lawrence actually doesn't clear it. Still playing back around the wall. JoJo, however, with a nice angle. Catches Nakji going for the door. Dart cleared out. Spike can be planted below heaven. See where they want it to go. Yep, right there.
Kind of right in the middle of the A site there. Lawrence with the op to try to be peeking around the corner. It's tough to get a kill here from heaven with the op if everybody's going to hang under. That's why we don't have anybody outside right now of the main door here. Coming forward, JoJo firing some shots, gets a kill there. And that's going to be an easy defuse and an important round win here for Prince, as that was a heavy buy.
Yeah.
Had they lost that, I think we'd see Spear Gaming just shoot up into those 13 wins pretty quickly.
We're going to have to double check when we get in here, but I'm not sure if anybody actually recovered the operator.
No.
Okay, they did.
Yeah, they did. They
Okay.
did.
I was looking at it, and I think maybe the UI didn't update immediately, but like right before we went into the replay, I didn't see anybody holding an operator, and I was like, oh god, like they need to get that back.
That is like one of the other mini games that's going on is the victorious team needs to get that operator carried into the next round. Like let's say the Jets killed, somebody else has to grab that and hand it off to the teammate. And so this time, a forward position here from Lawrence with the op, and they're about to be pushing into B here.
They're going to go straight in with the Hawk. He tries to turn away. Get blinded in the end. Now, Nakji letting the rocket go. There's a man to find a kill. Halbei. Mow down Park Jung. Let the Boombot out, and it's just going to be a pull away from the site here immediately from the side of Spear Gaming. They want nothing to do with this. They know that there's, at least 3 people over on this site, so they're going to try to rotate now through mid, making their way over in the boiler. Sprays through from JoJo, didn't get any hits.
Yeah, they're going to be edging into A now. This can be pretty easily predicted here by Prince. They do have the Raze, and they have Cobra ready to fire through here. Cobra, okay, great usage of that ulti. But of course, now it's clear that this is going to be the site they're going to attack. And you can see the way that this cuts the map in half really makes it a headache to push in from heaven.
Yeah, there's such a small little corner they can tuck into in heaven and still be relatively safe.
Look at that in hell. There's a little hiding spot in there as well.
Yep, little hidey hole. You can just chill in the back.
So Spike gets planted down over here. And we've got Prince coming back. I mean, it is a 5 versus 4. Of course, that ulti wears off there. So now here comes the Showstopper moving in.
Huge plays from JoJo. Gets one with the paint shells, gets the other with the Showstopper, and it's a very swift retake. Lawrence again, going to be the only one falling here for the team. The operator's already in the hands of JoJo, so they have that recovery. They still hold the Odin, so all of their, hefty, costly weaponry, they still retain that. And they tie us up yet again 9-9. This is a good and very scary amount of momentum right now on the side of Prince. So Spear, let's see if they can level out. Right now, it's just going to be the Hunter's Fury. Park Jung, he's still 2 little pizza slices away from having the Seekers up again.
Right. Yeah, very impressive retake overall here. A lot of utility was spent there by the attacking side to try to get in there and secure that. We have Nakji with the Odin. That's interesting. I wonder what the rationale is for that. Where is Nakji?
Oh, I see. We're going to counter spray.
You mean the bullets can go through the other side of that wall?
It's not a one-way? What?
It's not what? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, there's oftentimes a Sova just sitting there.
Okay, well, Lawrence makes him sit down.
Yeah. Put that Odin down, Nakji.
Very good opening kill, and he immediately wraps around to A. Lawrence, suspecting that killing somebody over at B main, that's going to be enough for them to not want to play at this site. So let me just get situated in heaven.
Here comes Wix now with the Al drone.
Looks like he didn't get the tag in onto Cobra, but should have spotted his location. Kosa trying to cheat up over towards Market. Trapwire, whether he destroys it or gets caught by it, will obviously give away that somebody's playing in mid.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is it's probably more important if they break into A to use that Astra to try to get kills during the transfer.
Fraction of a second of vision there from Lawrence before that Lear completely cuts off his sight. Does manage to find the kill. A great shot from him. Cobra spotted Kosa moving up.
Great reactions there by Cobra. Smoking up A now. Just the Sky and the Sova. Not even really enough time, I think, to effectively plant. And with the Odin here, shot spam. Oh, that was sick.
Didn't quite get it, but
yeah, but still, he got a little bit of damage.
Got some shots in. Lawrence has survived a round, but this is, 3 straight now for Prince as they retake the lead over Spear Gaming.
Yeah, this is so close.
Very down to the wire.
So let's look at the economics here. Actually, let's not. Let's look at this side-by video.
This right here, that's such a minuscule amount of time to be able to see Hound and get that shot off.
Okay, so you can see right now that Spear Gaming is really hurting. And so this round is going to be so important here because they're going to be pretty broke otherwise. Over here on to Prince. I mean, they are rich right now.
Oh, Lawrence! It's huge! He gives his life for 2. It's worth it. Kosa does manage to find one as well, but it's still going to be a man advantage now. As Kosa needs to get top back up. It's just him and Park Jung versus the world.
Yeah.
Great setup shot. I was wondering, I was like, JoJo's got the operator this round. I'm like, oh, okay. Lawrence is just going hard in the paint, that's why.
Okay, Slash comes around the corner here. They faked maybe going to A, and instead they're going to try to creep into B. And this may actually work. It seems like we have the Cypher over here. Halbay going back over to the A site.
Oh, JoJo, he just needs to be moved up on mid and watching this lobby.
Yeah, if JoJo just moves forward and hangs a left, he could get a snipe over here. I think, no, that time's expired.
Yep.
Now we have Spear Gaming about to pounce into B. B is, I will say, pretty accessible. I think out of this entire round, this is the most accessible moment it's been. And Slash instead is going to hang back here. And I think the idea is if you hear the spike begin to plant, you wall bang through this. So let's see how effective this is going to be.
Yeah, he doesn't have any of his shock darts, just a recon bolt and an Odin right now. So
it's pretty common in the meta to plant the spike behind the 2 boxes. So here we go. Whoop.
Seekers will be coming through. They get the call. Clear them out. It's going to be all 3 approaching. No, okay, rotate around. As we will see Halbay coming through market. Gravity Well almost pulling JoJo in. Halbay creeping out.
Oh, God, just missed that shot.
He finds JoJo. That evens it up. That makes it a 2v2. Slash going to be swapping out. Moves off the Odin. Gets a Phantom in hand.
Kosa
this is
ready here for
winnable for Spear. The lineup is there. Kosa, he finds 4. Does he get the ace? He does!
Unreal.
Unreal. What a turnaround on this round here for Spear.
And that was the round, like we were saying, they had to win. They were broke. Now, granted, most of the team was still killed off here on the Victorious side, but they can buy their way back in. However, economically, Prince still not fully punished here.
They're not.
Op has been bought, Phantoms all around here. Now, this was where it all started here, was Lawrence come in with just an insane play, but talk about a clutch ending here by Kosa, actually getting that ace with the final kill here on Halbay.
Just wonderfully done. It seemed like off the bat that round was just going to be over. Operator now going to be set up, peeking out over towards B lobby with the Nebula there. Can't see anything, takes a blind shot, doesn't get the hit. They just creep forward. Oh, spotted Nocji.
There it is, Nocji.
Just why won't
these bullets
go
through?
Goes through the wall, but it can't go through the wall and a box.
Yeah.
He spotted yet again.
Oh.
JoJo,
Gunned
deep
down by
creep,
Wix.
yeah, into Gelato. Eliminated, and that is just absolutely a horrific situation now for Prince. They have to have Lawrence dedicated to watching over towards A main.
Wow, Nocji, great kill there onto Halbay. Gets pinged there by the Cypher. But this is a pretty limited defense here for A and B with only a 3-man squad here, as we're about to see them pounce onto B.
Slash just so focused on trying to spam into B main. Not necessarily prepared. Cobra trying to TP out. Punish. Now it's just Lawrence with an operator, and he just needs to sit tight somewhere and hold the hell on to this thing.
Let's see. By the way, it very intentionally is Hound pushing through A Heaven here, hoping to get some kind of a kill.
He is on the hunt.
On underneath in A Hell is Lawrence with a shorty as well. Oh,
and I don't actually.
Did he just spray?
I do not.
And give away his position?
Nah, it doesn't make noise.
Okay.
Enemies can't hear, but it's fine. But I was gonna say I actually don't favor him with the shorty in this situation. But granted that everybody is moving forward now for this.
Look at this camera shot.
Oh, they're just gonna leer. They're just gonna leer down.
Here we go.
The darts are coming through. They go all in. He manages to find one, but the operator is lost, and they cannot afford another one.
Yeah.
Spear, 11 to 10. 2 more rounds to close this out. Take map 1.
Such an exciting first map here with these two teams. Spear has fought back so effectively, and now you can see that pretty much all the credits over here for Prince have been used up. This is their round that they have to win now if they're going to be, having any momentum here. Because if they lose this, I think it's pretty much guaranteed that Spear then goes up to 13 wins.
They would have to pull a thrifty and then win another one to take us into overtime. So yeah, I mean they're all inning to try and avoid the OT. They do have a plethora of ults right now to work with, but they've just been losing out and getting out-rotated in these last few.
Okay.
Aqua Blind 1. Doesn't necessarily give away that Lawrence is going to be tucked away in that cubby, but it's such a risky position to be in, so we'll see if he really wants to stay there. Trailblazer will come out. Slash will clear that. Oh, but no, they get the spot on Lawrence. Looking for the gravity wells. They pull him in.
Nicely done.
Oh. He tries to exit, but the paint shells are there. That's such a huge punish. And this is why, as soon as that Trailblazer came out, Lawrence, he should have tailwinded the hell out of main.
Yeah, great symbiosis there with the Raze and the Astra, using those abilities together to get that punish onto the Jet. And so they get the kill, but they're not committed to any one spot on the map just yet. In fact, Silva's gone and grabbed this spike, and it seems like we may have a quiet rotation over here towards A, which is defended by the Omen and the Raze.
Dark covered down, one-way smoke, looking out towards Boiler. Cobra gets himself into the corner as the push starts to come through. Showstopper out, lets it loose. JoJo eliminated. Cobra does manage to find one before getting traded. Now it's going to be a 2v4 scenario. Albay spotting one.
Okay, Hunter's Fury coming down. This is going to connect onto some of those targets.
Yeah, but he runs out of charges after he gets that hit, so he can't follow up for any more. And now the healing starts coming through. So all of that damage with the Hunter's Fury.
This is impossible for Halbay. Look at this angle.
Oh, dear.
He's going to come through, gets the kill.
No way.
No
He actually does it! Halbay!
What?
He might have put them right back into this.
What?
It's just Wicks in hell. Now he gets him,
I
Halbay!
can't believe it!
Unbelievable! They have the two-way watch on the door.
That is one of the most impregnable positions that you can try to come in at. The crossfire is almost impossible for anybody to deal with in that moment. He pokes out, gets a kill on the left, whips to the right, and then closes it out with the final kill into A hell.
And
oh my God.
That's just unacceptable from Park
This
Jung.
is nuts.
As incredible as it is for Halbay to get away with that, Park Jung, he needs to be ready for this peak. He is the one defending Nakchi, but he just doesn't quite get that angle cleared. You can see then Halbay dips out of sight just way too quickly for him to react.
Damn.
What a closeout from Halbay.
So sick. Okay, it's 11-11. And I think we might even end up going into overtime, depending.
It's very possible.
Keep in mind how starved the Prince is right now.
I mean, both of these teams, whoever loses this round, it's going to be very strapped for cash. For the most part.
The following round should be an easier closer than this one is here. We've got Lawrence here with the ulti procced and ready. And she's actually going to push, I think, into spawn here. Here we go. Now, she might just barely miss them. Yep.
Okay. Cosmic Divide does get used as well as the Seekers. Hunter's Fury is still available if they can leave Wicks hanging back for a good defensive position. Lawrence is just going to be storming through from mid over into main. Good paint shells to delay. Hunter's Fury does come out. Oh, Hound.
Damn, Hound with the instant kill there onto Lawrence.
That's great timing from him.
And B site is going to be where it's going to go down here. We have JoJo with a kill there on Nakchi. Cobra takes out Casa.
Oh, and Slash, he follows up for another one. The dart taking down Park Jung. Now it's just Wicks and Hound.
They haven't planted yet. They're still waiting. Cobra has basically isolated the Reyna over here in this corner. Hound needs to come forward here. We have Halbay on the other side. Hound gets the kill on Cobra.
That's catastrophic. Throw out the recon bolt, but doesn't get to the spot. I'm just holding it down. That's going to be the Empress pop. He wants to close it, but Halbay says no. Gets a headshot. He's still going to be quite low.
Getting pinged there. Wicks at 28 HP. It's a tough spot. Whoa! Shock dart kills Halbay. This is doable.
Slash does have full HP. He's got the push. He manages to find Wicks just in time. Plenty of time for the defuse, and that is going to be Prince taking 12. So they lock themselves at least into OT. But we have to see what can be put together right now for the side of Spear. How much money do they have?
Okay,
it's going to be rough.
A Judge is not a great side, nor is a Spectre.
Well, it's on a raise. I'm all right with it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Or a
but
Jet, you know, it's not going to be nearly as
But no, I mean, they've got. These are not the guns they want to buy for this round.
Yeah.
So clutch here by Slash. Halbay is playing the games of his life right now. And so it's going to be a rush over here into, oh, I'm sorry, it's not going to be a rush in A because the spike's over at B. In fact, it's going to be a little bit of a slower start here.
Slow creep. You force the tailwind out of Lawrence. He's still playing inside of the smoke, and Hound comes out on top.
Ooh.
Great play dismiss to get himself out, so will not have the overhealing coming through, but can get topped up by the
This is a fake. They're going to go for B. The spike's still going to be moved into B. Hound has infiltrated A.
They do have a camera set up. If Helbe, he checks it. He's looking around.
Yeah.
Pulls off of it. Now Jojo is dead.
Hound might just kill this entire team over here
my
before
God.
they plant that spike. Here comes that now. They're going to come in here, get the spike plant onto the naked B site. Prince has been duped.
Oh. Yeah, as the cam got destroyed, they got the word that called for the initial rotation to start there from Cobra, so he makes his way over. And they knew that they had to displace Hound. They could not afford to have him trying to pinch in from behind.
It's going to be an extremely difficult retake here for Prince. Oh, headshot there. And,
oh, dear.
This round is going to tie it up.
We're going overtime. 12-12. Neither team backing down. They will take us into OT in map number 1.
Oh, it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night, Achilleos.
It's going to be a long night.
It's going to be a long night, too.
But it's going to be good.
Going into OT here.
What a way to kick things off. I mean, you know, we were talking about it before the broadcast, talking about it on the broadcast. We knew that this was going to be, for sure, the close series of the day.
Right.
Still not sure about, you know, the second series. That could end up being a 3-map set as well. But this is such a strong way to start off the set right now. Spear, just great rotations, great fake over onto A. Hound getting those 2 kills does so much work for them.
Yeah.
It's not ready for Nocji, already pushed out towards defender spawn with that judge in hand. So
yeah,
2 swift cleanups, very nicely done. Wow.
This is, I knew it was going to be close. I didn't know it was going to be that close. So we're going to wrap this tactical timeout in a little bit under a minute here and hop back into this. Brilliant final round there by Spear. I mean, the way that they faked it. First of all, if Hound wasn't so good at dueling, he wouldn't have actually been able to make it. It completely and totally looked like it was going to be an A-side seizure. They actually broke into A pretty much on his own while they were able to quietly plant at B, securing that that victory that now has pushed us into overtime. To start things off, it's going to be Prince here with 1 round on the attacker's side. It's going to be rifles bought all around. Nobody going with a glass cannon setup of an op and no armor.
I was curious if Lawrence would do it. Maybe when he switches over onto the defense, maybe we'll see him go for that that risky of a buy. Triple stack, though, as they just instantly pop to gravity well, looking to find anybody moving forward for that ult orb. Don't get the catch, though.
A heavy push over here into mid. We do have the Sky up here by Tree, ready to defend. And Halbe is actually rotating through the back here of attacker spawn, going to snag the spike. And it appears from the movement that's being telegraphed here on the screen that we're going to be having to push into A, which is happening now.
This drone finds absolutely nothing. Does not get any spots, but Lawrence, a great opening kill as Hound does get eliminated. Porkchung as well, taking a bit of damage.
We do have Nocji over here in Wine.
They're checking it, though. They're going for the double peek. They are privy to this, and it's a great read from the side of Prince. Shock darts leaping forward, not going to find too much value. And now with a 3v5, Spear look to retake this. Everybody approaching from heaven.
Yeah. You can see Lawrence continuing to peek here.
Almost gets pulled out from behind the box. Be careful. Park Junk behind the box, over on the side. Tailwind to the side. Lawrence lines up a headshot on a Wix. Looks like he was going to be heavily punished there, but it does not happen. Now spots out Kosa. They'll mow him down. It's a flawless start to the overtime.
That's huge.
Now just need to close it out on defense.
Yeah, let's see what happens when the shoe's on the other foot. This time Prince is going to have to defend both A and B here from the spike being planted. And Lawrence does not go for a glass cannon setup this time either.
Yeah, it's going to be going in with the Vandal. Too risky, he says. Let's just play this cautiously. Let's play this cleanly. And let's just take it 14-12. I'm sure they saw what happened just yesterday with the quadruple overtime. So
yeah,
they want to avoid that situation.
So Park Jong hanging back right now outside of B main. Prince wants so badly to just clutch the defense here and close this out with their heads up high, moving on to map 2. It is going to be the Omen rotating along with Halbe. It looks like they're going to set up Crossfire over here at spawn. which is interesting. We haven't really seen pushes into defenders spawn here, but that's the setup they have. The Astra has pushed slightly into mid, and nobody's even holding the spike right now for Spear. So, I mean, it's not very clear what their intentions are. It seems to be closer to the A side, but that doesn't really mean that much.
It's fishing for any and all information they can get right now. Seems like Park Jong is going to start inching forward.
This is a good position here for Lawrence.
Yeah, he can tailwind out if they spot him, if he doesn't get that single tap, so. Okay. He's going in for some blind spray. Takes a little bit of damage. Tailwind's forward, but Park Jong is there on the right. I'm not sure about that one at all, Lawrence. Blind now out onto Cobra. Still cheating forward, playing within that nebula. It's JoJo. Very just displaced quickly there.
Kosa gets the kill there. Halbay taking him out. Now it's up to Prince trying to come in here and seize this A side.
She has a showstopper.
Cobra with 14 HP.
Oh dear. That's Halbay gone.
Okay, now it's a 2 versus 4.
Spotting one, jumping to the side just in case some shots come through the floor, rather the ceiling for him.
Cobra outside of door right now.
Slash.
Yeah, this is just not happening.
Yep, there you go.
Let's go to round 27.
We keep going.
Wrap it up.
13-13.
Another victory with the aggressors here.
Well, you know, I said they want to avoid quadruple overtime, but
I think we might be getting that here.
It could happen again. Why not? 2 days in a row.
So this time around, it's Prince hanging back. Yeah, they've had a lot of success, both teams here, getting the spike planted and taking it. Let's keep in mind, before we had Spear with some more lopsided defense. Here it's a very even 2-1-2 split. With Kosa actually poking out here in the middle. Gets the kill there onto Lawrence with a headshot. Tries to return fire over to Halbay, but Halbay fires back and gets the kill.
I mean, I think you still take that, especially on the defender's side.
Sure.
So much damage is pushed out on the Halbay. There's no way to heal him at all.
Yeah, they don't have any of that type of utility on that team. They don't have a Sky. They don't have a Sage.
Yeah.
It's so... now Halbay going to stay back and probably a very defensive position, going to try to use the camera, get intel. As we see the rest of our team, for Prince, creep over towards A, which has double cover here with the Reyna and the Sova.
Obviously, Star setup, not going to be able to do anything now. Drone will be moved up. Just checking out Tree. We'll spot one up close.
It's important to know when that drone is set out because it's very difficult to rotate back to B with this much time left on the clock.
Clear on the entry, but Hound has to pull back, so can't go in for a peek during the blind. Slash will get moved up. We'll be able to get this spike planted as the rest of the team rotates over. JoJo taken out. They didn't clear Hell. Shock Dart moving forward. Slash manages to find one, but Hound comes out on top. Gets the kill, and it's Halbay now with just 30 HP. Chunked out at the beginning. He doesn't want to have to break the window. The boom bot, however, it spots him. Spam through the wall. They finish him off, and now Spear are just one round away, taking this first map.
Such a dramatic match here with these two teams. It's been insane. I just can't believe how close it's been. So now Prince has to win this here as a defenders. Spear's got the spike. Spear's going to be trying to come in and get some kind of an invasion off here. Again, we had a very conservative round there for Spear, and it did pay off with the 2-1-2 split. This time it looks like a riskier, oh, excuse me, not a riskier setup, actually. I didn't see the raise over at the A site.
3-2 to start.
They've got the Jet up here in a pretty forward position. And I think the idea here for Spear is wait for somebody to poke first, because that can happen, and see if you can bleed off one of their players. Let's see if anybody spends any more utility later on. But right now, Prince has been extremely patient.
Yep, dark cover just dissipates over it. A main, throw out another one from across the way. It's continuing to watch that angle, not going for the ult orb. Jojo trying to see if maybe Hound will move up to try to grab it. Speaking of alt orbs, Nakji finds one here. So it just needs 2 kills, and then that'll be another showstopper. Was huge for him in the last round.
Yeah, Nakji creeping forward. Now, Nakasa has managed to breach into mid. He's trying to peek into mid-market. He's actually going to push all the way up through spawn, perhaps.
Oh, Cobra, he stops watching the angle.
Yeah.
Ping comes down onto Cobra as Park Chung makes his way through market. They'll hear those shots come flying. Now Cobra, he's going to be looking the opposite direction if they go for the push.
Flash over there onto the attackers in B main. Are they going to commit onto the site or not?
Oh.
Kosa then taken out by Jojo.
Yeah, just poor timing. Didn't realize that there was going to be a second member coming through. And it's just Wix. Spots him, but Lawrence gets the kill, and we will just keep on going.
Yeah, 14 to 14.
Third set.
Clutch flash there as the attackers tried to come in and close that out.
That was so, oh man. I thought that timing was going to get completely messed up, but in fact it was Kosa's timing was messed up. He didn't go for the peek, couldn't get the flank angle there onto Cobra, and instead decided to check for Lawrence right as Jojo was running with him, so.
This time around, we once again have Prince over here on the attacking side, and yeah, I think like all of these overtime rounds, it's going to be slow for the first maybe 40 seconds before anybody decides that they want to commit onto any specific site.
Yeah.
And of course, in these overtime rounds, you're given so much funding that you can get great rifles and then all the utility that you need. So. It doesn't really make any sense to try to dive onto one side immediately because you are going to be interfering with so much utility from the defending team.
Yeah. Help by not spotting too much. Recall from Cam. Just wait for that to come off, cool down, then maybe trying to get a peek through at B and try to see what's going on the site. But seems like the call is just going to be for the rotation over towards the A side of things. So 3-member push down mid onto Boiler. Likely see the other 2 approach through a main. Drone to lead the charge here for Slash, sending it forward.
Yeah, Lawrence going to try to creep in here. Now, Hound is ready. Sights over in this area. Here comes the peek.
Hard angle held.
Oh, the gun is
spots the gun barrel.
Gets the kill there onto Jojo, and then takes Lawrence out after that.
Yeah, double dismiss. Doesn't take any damage. It doesn't need to use the Devour. Doesn't need to get that overhealing. Hound with a third. Takes down Haube. Gets the Empress online. He pops it. Cobra playing around the corner, taking some shots in the back. Slash coming around up top. Great headshot from him. Can they clear out Hell? The answer is not yet. Kosa still there. Cobra finding the shot.
Tries
to go for the plant because he needs to do so before they run out of time, but he just cannot do it.
Doesn't matter.
He kills Nakji, but oh man, just one more kill is all that would be required. He cannot get it. It's a catastrophic finish. Running out of time, and now yet again, Spear 1 round away from closing out the overtime.
Yeah, such a tense moment here. I mean, this could go either way. These teams are so evenly matched. If Spear Gaming can just squeak out one more win, that's all they need.
Yep. Ooh.
It's funny because, you know, some of these teams, they have like a certain way they're going to play in the first overtime. Like, here's our best overtime strat. If we have all the utility, we know they have theirs. Here's what we try to do. But as each overtime gets reset, I mean, you got to get creative with how you're going to attack into certain sites.
Eventually, it's just going to turn into everybody somebody says knife? Knife
mid? Knife at mid?
Maybe if we make it the 10 OTs.
Yes.
We could just settle it old school style, Gangs of New York. Priest!
All right, Cobra firing some shots through. Does connect, but Lawrence with a double kill onto Hound and Wix.
Oh my God, that is huge. Lawrence. Oh, coupled with that spray coming through, that might have just extended this again into a 4th OT. Unreal.
Okay. The fact that Spear Gaming is down to just 3 players, it's hard to imagine, especially with the utility from the Cypher over here at B. It's hard to imagine this is going to be a successful invasion of the B site.
Yeah.
But let's see. Crazier things have happened. Looks like we should be going into yet another overtime as we're here in round 30. Kosa gets the kill on Lawrence, making this now a 4 versus 3. Are they going to commit onto the B site, though? Halbe rotating back through spawn. may make this a little bit more doable. Shoots down the utility, Slash getting ready. He's the lone defense for now against this attack over here.
Oh, he needs to get his gun back out. He somehow manages to take out Park Jong.
Unreal.
Oh, I mean,
unreal.
It was already such a dire situation to be in.
Had he not done that, the spike would have been planted. I'm not saying they would have won, but my God. That makes us 15-15. Give me round 31. Let's go.
So now into 7 rounds of overtime. Just trading back and forth, back and forth.
So crazy, man.
Oh, dear.
So, again, rifle buys all around here. We have not seen any glass cannon plays from the Jet just yet.
Oh, that was just nasty.
Yeah, really, Lawrence and Slash carrying back there. I thought he wasn't going to get his gun out in time.
That's what I mean, it's just good aim set up with the, the spray speed of that Phantom to come out on top of Park Jong. 100% should have had that kill.
Okay, perched outside of A long. Hound is ready. Try to take some shots, but the smoke is going to deny him any vision in that area for now.
All right, they're pushing the pace. They're changing it up a bit. They'll ensure that Hell is clear this time.
And we're going to have a spike plant immediately here. This time in the middle of A. Some spamming shots coming through, but nobody's been killed off or really taken any damage just yet.
A little bit of chip damage there from the blast packs. Just chucking those through. Door almost destroyed as darts come flying up into Kevin. Lawrence gets pulled into the gravity well. That's enough to get the kill, but it will be a 1-for-1. Halbay creeping over through tree, finds one. Cobra finds another, but they lose out onto JoJo. 3v3, now it's just Park Jong. There's the closeout.
Big victory there for Prince, and I think you pointed it out very well, Achilleos. We had a change in tempo for sure. They went immediately for the spike rush. We've had a much more withdrawn and passive early part of each of the overtime rounds here because there's so much utility, but I think you could see really that Spirit Gaming was a bit unprepared to actually see them pounce onto the site like that. The question now is, can Prince actually do this on the defender's side? Spirit Gaming has to have some creative plays here. I mean, more overtimes you get into, it's like how many different ways can you actually break into that site when you're against a full utility team here, especially with the Cypher there?
I mean, it feels like for the most part, it's been very much the defender's side having the most success, at least for Prince. Got the initial attack, and then weren't able to close it out. But we'll see. It's not going to be, a similar aggressive push here for the side of Spear. Very much playing split, slowing things down. Now starting to all reconvene together over towards A and mid.
Okay, so I think A is the name of the game. They do have Cobra actually behind the generator. And the paint shells are going to come out, which is going to hiccup the progression of the push inside of the site. Cobra with the wall bang, gets the double kill, triple kill.
How many more can he get? Spots him over in main. Park Jong taking down JoJo. He gets spotted. He's going to TP over into Hell to try to play this out a little bit safer. His way across. Lawrence still up in heaven. Spike held by Wix for the moment. Cobra, he's hungry for it. He sees the closeout on the round, the dark cover, just to make it that much more difficult. The drone comes forward.
So annoying to try to push through here. Shots fired, Slash takes out Park Jong, and Cobra gets the kill onto Wix.
And here we are. So starting things off, very similar agent compositions. Outside of the Phoenix, we do have the swap off of the Cypher for the Killjoy, just to be able to hold down one of these sites almost single-handedly. So we'll see how this goes for Halbait. Was incredibly impactful in map number 1, so going to be expecting a lot of the same. He's going to go for a very early peak there, but does get a great dink in.
Yeah, goes double TP. Away.
Oh, they're going aggro, but they have the cut up on this. This is maybe a big overstep from the side of Prince.
I like the idea of actually using the teleporter to spring an attack on them, but that did backfire a little bit. Cobra now in an extremely awkward position, and so the logical move is now to try to courier the spike over into the B site. We have the Raze. Jojo coming around the corner, pulls the gun out, doesn't quite get the shot onto Wix.
Still could line up this headshot. He's going to go for the boom bot. That's incredibly aggressive here from Jojo. Dart gets cleared, as does the bot.
They haven't planted yet, which has given a little bit of time here for Prince to try to scramble and assemble some defense. Wix coming around the corner, gets the double headshot there onto Halbay.
Good closeout. Can he do it again? Sees the shoulder there of Slash, wants to reposition. You don't want to play from the same spot twice.
And they're going to back up. They're going to use teleporters going into A through shower to try to get a plant. Only 30 seconds left on the clock.
This is becoming a fiesta.
This is like one of those Scooby-Doo chase scenes where they're running through different doors and
down the hallway, and then you pop out of the door on the third door on the right.
Sometimes the spike guys are chasing the defenders. Other times the defenders are chasing the spike guy. So the spike's now been planted. It's in a pretty exposed position here. It's going to be a tough defuse.
Well,
actually, it will be an easy defuse. We have that many players. Hold on.
Jojo is really low. Does not have any shock darts to try to get the finish. The stick is going to happen. Wix starting to push around. Gets the headshot. Can he actually make it happen? He's going to hold the stick. The defuse comes through. Prince will be able to close it off. Wix, he styles on him with 4 kills in the end, so we'll have quite a bit of money in his bank, but that's not the round win that you were looking for. This is going to be gun advantage now for the side of Prince.
Such a pivotal moment, of course, round 1, which is really the driving force. It's the butterfly effect for how the economy is going to develop throughout the entire first half there. And to win that with a defuse after getting killed, pretty shocking.
Yep. I mean, we will still see a couple purchases coming in. They're actually going to go for a full force on the side of Spear. Everybody's going to go for this. They say, okay, you know what? Let's just all in. Light armor for everybody other than Wix, who goes for full. Otherwise, Spectres, full util.
If they lose this, it is going
catastrophic.
It'll be extremely difficult to recover. A flash coming around the side. I like the way he throws that to the right, so he can actually it'll be at his back when it comes out. Hound gets the kill there onto Lawrence.
Yeah, fairly costly. Obviously not going to be a gun recovery. Will just be a swap out, so they don't have to go for the reload. Okay, it's a good exchange, a 1-for-1 and a decent amount of damage here onto Cobra. Park Jung, the one tagged up here for Spear, obviously cannot heal himself either, so still going to be fairly equal between the two squads for now. Spike is starting to get rotated back over towards A site, however, where it is just Halbay by himself situated. So they might need to send Slash pretty soon here if they don't spot anything else out.
There's a decent amount of Killjoy utility available over here, but it's not set up in such a way that I think it can prevent a spike from being planted. So the rest of the team is going to have to get over here pretty quickly. And I think they've realized right now as they're going to push through the connector from spawn side that A site is going to be the target for where the spike is going to be planted.
And Swarm's coming out. Halbay, he can't peek around that. Tries to go for it, but Wix has the headshot that gives them the advantage now. Heals coming through, topping up the rest of the squad. Park Jung going to be the only one with any kind of significant damage on him.
And this is a plant so that they can come in through mid and try to defend it. Great shot there by Hound. Wins the duel against Slash. Closer comes around the corner. Kill up by Jojo. Hound gets the kill there on Jojo afterwards.
Now he's going to be looking for the 4th. Cobra will take him out now, just down to 5 HP. Oh, this would be an absolute miracle, but they're just running out of time. It seems like this force from Spear Gaming should pay off dividends right now. Dark cover coming out, Cobra. Cheating around the side.
My God.
There's just no way that he can clear this. He's just going to TP out. He wants to hold on to the gun.
And a risky play here from Spear Gaming, but he gets, they do well. Taking 2 Spectres with them into the next round. Getting a victory here. A real strain now on Prince economically. Yeah,
victory bonus does come through. Cobra not going to be getting anything additionally here because he does survive the round, but holds onto the gun. And it's so risky, but it works out so well for the side of Spear. Granted, they would like to have more people surviving that round.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, Sheriff will be coming out here for Lawrence. Doesn't want to buy down below, 1K credits. So can't go for any kind of armor. Slash and Halbay just don't even want to go down to 1,500. So it's just going to be classics for them.
Yeah. Kind of an awkward gun round here for Prince.
I mean, they need to get Lawrence a kill and then recover a weapon.
Yeah, Lawrence needs to get a headshot coming around this corner. I don't think he's going to get anything with that Omen smoke already present. Trailblazer comes around and is shot down, and then Wix, of course, gets that kill there with the Spectre onto Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence just playing that far forward for way too long. Jumping in is Nakchi. He will manage to find one, but Cobra is there, gets the kill, but Park Jung presses through the smoke, manages to get that elimination. Halbei in the meantime trying to just hold down this A site. The spike is still going to be dropped over in the link. The Slash does manage to recover a Judge, and suddenly maybe it can be done. But Hound, he's coming out of showers, gets Halbei off guard, and it's Slash with a Judge getting ready to take a ranged fight to try and turn this around in a 1v3.
It's happened before. The question is, can it happen this time around here? This should be an easy closer right now for Prince. Park Jung and Hound going into elbow here at A.
If they both play inside U-Haul and he can close that distance, this suddenly becomes a bit more winnable. No one's hard peeking at the moment. Park Jung's starting to play around with it, but he's mostly playing back. And if he were to inch forward, that cross angle from Showers is not being watched at the moment. But this is obviously us with just, you know, the God vision, seeing everything from the top down. Slash has to try to figure this out for himself, but yeah, I mean, as soon as he tries to go for it.
I think he was debating getting an exit frag out of mid. Not going to happen. A second victory here on the board now for Spear Gaming. But, of course, going into round 4, the real weapons will be affordable here since they did save pretty hard back there.
It's still going to be, you know, an all-in, though, for the side of Prince. So they cannot afford to lose out on this. Just going to be that much more economic upset, you know, force them into another Sheriff or Classic round in the next if they can't close this out. We do see the Judge being picked up by Cobra just so he has a little bit of extra cash in the bank. Was playing around the idea of the Bulldog initially.
Okay, here we go. Trailblazer coming through A Showers. Halbei going to have to back up right now. A pretty well defended, though. Immediately, a blinded Nakchi comes forward. Going to try to push through elbow. And shot down by Cobra immediately.
Yeah, Cobra winning the Judge battle. It's a very good start here. As everybody else going to start making their way over towards B. This will force a rotation here from JoJo.
They're going to go the long way around B here, just past Fountain. They did manage to be to avoid the Al drone that went through teleporter to spot them. So they've created a little bit more ambiguity on the map here as far as what their plans are, what their intentions are as far as spike sites go. And they're going to have a quiet move up through B long. But B is well defended here. We've got Astro over here by elbow.
Boombot getting destroyed. Doesn't quite actually start the rotation there from Halbei. He's starting now to make his way over. Showstopper is available. Blind's getting pushed out. Seekers spotting them. There's going to be the jump up since the Showstopper in doesn't get the kill. Should have sent it in the main, but it might not matter anyway. As the kills come flying through, the closeout will be there. Halbei finds 2 on the round. Only lose out on Lawrence.
Great shooting there by Halbei. Prince has stabilized, I'd say, quite a bit here on the defense. Spear, I think the idea was not bad to take the long route back there, go through B, but you got to be prepared when you come out around those corners. And this is a thing we see with Raze is quite a bit is, you know, because Raze and Jet to some extent as well, they function differently as agents that you can propel your character into a situation that other characters just can't quite get into. We do occasionally see a Raze suicide into a situation, sometimes get kills and it's good, other times it backfires, and now you're just outnumbered in a more difficult position as the attacking team.
Well, Lawrence playing back. I thought maybe he was going to try to go a bit aggressively with the run it back since it became available after that last round. Does not do so. You can see over at A site, you know, also wary of that in case he wanted to try to run it back through the teleporter. They're playing away from those sight lines and not playing over towards Showers, so he can't just push out, get, you know, a kill or two, and then snap back over towards the B site.
Okay. Spike is not in the hands of any players, but it looks like the Raze is going to come back and try to grab it. Aldrone, I think, is just not quite fast enough to spot anybody moving away from Fountain, but this appears to be aimed to set up over here at A. I do like the double stack over here at B, elbow. Doesn't look like it's going to be really utilized since it's going to be an A side attack. Here comes the first flash in.
Okay, Cosmic Divide But it's going to be matched by the lockdown, which draws out the Hunter's Fury. They will get the destroy on that. They're looking for any additional damage that they can find. Cobra, however, tucked into the corner over by U-Haul, manages to find 2 before he gets eliminated.
Now it's a 3v3. Park Jong going with the spike plant.
Yeah, they couldn't hear it getting planted. Now should be able to know exactly where it's at. Great timing there from Lawrence. Does get the blind out onto Park Jong, finds the kill.
Wicks just around the corner.
Managed to get the elimination, making it a 2v2. They run it back. Sends Lawrence back over into the back of the site. Taking back a lot. Now pressing forward, he's going to get spotted. Got the wall, he's going to chuck it up.
Oh, he's going for the defuse now. Slash with the cover.
Great cover angle. Hound's trying to spray, but he cannot get it. Slash finds 2.
That was sick.
Through.
Great play there with the defuse. Good cover from the Sova. And this game is beginning to mirror our first game that we casted on Ascent. It was a strong pistol round here from Spear Gaming, but once rifles came into play, Prince just seemed to be bigger, better, faster, stronger.
Well, they're trying to swing it back into their favor. We'll see how Lawrence, pilots these next few rounds, because I feel like when he has to run it back, he gets a good amount of value. He gets that scouting. It was well played, to set up with the wall and whatnot. But when he likes to go, when he goes for these aggressive plays, peeking out over at B long, trying to use that curveball, get the blind, and try to mow people down, he's just been getting punished over and over again. Which is why I kind of just wish that he had stuck with a jet, because as a Phoenix, you don't have an exit strategy. You don't have that tailwind to take you out of there. So you have to be a lot more selective about when you go for those plays. So we'll see if he wants to temper it a little bit. He is fighting back for now. It's a good opening kill that came through. Now he goes for the peek out. No one there.
Yeah, does not get any frags back there. Kosa gunned down immediately by the Vandal from Halbay. A side still covered very well here. I like the turret on top of the boxes to make an easy cover for Shower, allowing you to focus down onto the main entry point into A. We do have Sova holding the spike back here at B long. Hound and him may actually start to move in here to B. Going to drop the spike back there for now. You don't want to get shot down, and the spike is marooned in a spot that you can be sniped from if you're trying to pick it back up.
Oh. Slight delay reaction there from Slash. Can't line up the shot. Doesn't take any damage as a punishment, though. Ult Orb just going to get scooped up. Wicks wanting to get that next Hunter's Fury available to try to keep pace alongside Halbay.
They've got to commit on to B now. They don't have enough time. Yeah. And so they're going to come in here. Slash immediately killed off there. Around the corner, Lawrence fires some shots. JoJo, though, in window right now with an unusual position. Gets an angle, shoots down the spike holder. Sova needs to plant this right here, right now. It's going to come in there.
on top of him.
Oh, it doesn't quite get him.
He was fighting inside the tube. It was hard to tell given the silhouette, so the nade actually does protect him. It catches Hound, and then he goes down shortly thereafter. Yeah. So just going to be that spike plant money coming in for Spear. All things considered, given how this round was going to be set up for them, mostly coming in with Sheriffs and a Spectre, this was the anticipated result. But now they need to utilize that extra bit of cash, get their utility in with their purchases, and try to turn this around. Otherwise, Prince is going to be stretching a pretty decent lead if they can move up 5-3.
This is, that round is a pretty good illustration of why sometimes when we see attacks on a B, we want to see people push through hookah to know that that's cleared out, because the angle is so uncomfortable to try to get a spike plant from. And see, here's where we got confused, because I thought that was actually inside for a second, but he was not. Going into the 7th round now.
Oh, very forward push, and Cobra actually backing him up, and they're both gonna fall. Hound just mows them down one after the other. Gets that overhealing. Good dink from JoJo to go ahead and be able to trade one back, but still gonna be a man advantage here with matched rifles for Spear.
So they know that JoJo's over there. They do not know that there is going to be a Sova lurking inside the B hallway. But now we see a push towards A. Only Halbay is the killjoy here to defend.
You want somebody to solo hold a site, it's definitely going to be Halbay. Pushing forward, they're looking for the blind to get into U-Haul. They can't quite make it happen. The Hunter's Fury is going to be coming through. That's a setup of the Park Jung. The spike now going to be dropped, and Halbay with turn will finish off Kosa. He's hiding into the corner. He'll get another one as Wicks falls down. He's wary about getting pinched in from behind. Snakji makes his way into U-Haul. There's the peek. Halbay striking him down 3 kills for him in the round, and that is now going to be a 3-round stretch in the lead for Prince.
You can see why they want to keep the Sova in the B hallway, because with the Killjoy utility sandbagging the process of the push coming into A, it allows for a perfect bottleneck of damage to come out of the Hunter's Fury. That hallway does not have a lot of room to move around in. It's a very constricted area. And so that Hunter's Fury completely crushed the push, now putting Prince 5-2 here, as they are looking unstoppable as long as they are allowed to hold rifles.
Yeah. Granted, this is still not a super terrible situation. I mean, obviously the economic situation is not great, but if Spear can continue to put up a couple more rounds in this half, say 3 more at least, get that 7-5 first half, then they're in a fine spot, because this is their map pick, and this is Prince opting to go for defense first because that's where they think they're going to have the best impact to set themselves up for success. So could very well turn around. Halbei taking quite a bit of damage as he tries to just spam through the box to get a shot in onto Parkjong, who did not take very much damage. They get the plant off. Everybody now pulling back into showers. 2 getting ready to rotate over to short, which has been cut off in vision by that dark cover.
Noxie going to try to push in now. Immediately shot down there.
Great peak timing from JoJo. He's still continuing to play forward. Hunter's Fury comes out. He pushes in. He finds one. He leaps across it. Comes out. Takes down Wicks. It's a huge play from JoJo. And now it's all on Parkjong. The blind comes flying through. He sets up the headshot on the Lawrence. He gets JoJo, but he cannot get Slash. That will be the finish. The defuse already off. Now 6-2. Prince. They continue to put him up on the board.
Prince is beginning to take a lead that I am worried Spear Gaming can't catch up to. That was a round, it was very realistic that Spear could have won.
Yeah.
But they were put out of position. It was great cover there with the defuse back there. Bought enough time. We saw the Phoenix come around with that flash. I think we'll get it after the shot of this here, but it was perfect. To actually close in on that Sova, get the kill after that. Beautifully done.
Yeah, really great movement. Just quick reactions, just thinking through how he wanted to approach the situation from JoJo. So they do scoop that up. But again, it was another, slight offset round. Not everybody had, a Spectre in hand at least. There's a lot of Sheriffs there. So it's another anticipated win for Prince. But if they can just continue to win out in rifles, there's just going to be no chance for Spear to try to recover, and they're going to have to try to rely on, thrifty victories.
Yeah, we see the Sova right now has been pinged. Astra Smoke's going to dissipate now. The Phoenix is going to grab the spike back here, go through a spawn side connector. And this is actually a fake. They're not really going to go into A. They set the smokes up, and this is pretty much worked. It's actually the lone Phoenix here defending, but they immediately realize that it is a fake, and we're going to have 2 of these Prince players scramble back over to B as that attack is coming in now.
Well, aggressive positioning from Lawrence with a run it back, snaps back over towards Elbow.
Wicks right now inside the bubble. Lawrence fires some shots out there. They now hear the sound cue of the spike coming in. A flash. I don't know if that actually got the... Yeah, can. Okay, here we go. Gun down there by Wicks. Showstopper's ready. Fires over there.
It gets a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough to kill. Slash now falling. They're creeping forward, but they cannot clear this lockdown.
Yeah.
Nobody going to be detained, but Halbei finds one, tries to get the second, cannot do so. Wicks.
Interruption there.
The dart doesn't spot. He does have some shock bolts available, but JoJo, he's got the headshot.
Another win on the board here for Prince. Maybe he should have stayed back a little bit longer. It's always a little bit more difficult for that player that's trying to go for the defuse. And look at Cobra.
It's like, whew.
Man, this is intense. And Spear Gaming is now, I think the reality is beginning to sink in, as this is not going the same way the Ascent game went. They have had many moments. They've almost managed to turn a corner and begin to garner those wins. But every time, Prince shuts it down.
They're squeezing out everything that they possibly can, but I mean, this is Hound getting ready to come to with a Guardian. Just good patient play from JoJo. He knows that somebody's going to have to exit. They knew that somebody was in the center of the site. They had the other cross angle held from Elbow, so he's like, they're going to try to come through CT. I'll just sit here. They get the kill with relative ease. Cobra lurking in the smoke here with Slash up on shore. Kosa, oh, he sprays. He gets a little bit of damage in, but it gives his position away, and they get the punish.
All right, Cobra coming forward now. Again, it's really been an impregnable defenders team here for Prince. I mean, they really just shut down everything so well. And I like this play by JoJo. JoJo has never been this far out at the start.
That Boombot's not going to spot him. He knows this. He's aware.
So in some sense, the Boombot's actually even more misleading here because that's to confirm there's nobody in there. But JoJo took such an early spot here.
Oh, he misses the cross timing.
Oh, my God. This is crazy. So Wix is going to come around. Wix may, if he goes, no. This is insane. JoJo has infiltrated the position so well.
What? Oh, he just looked away! Wix, he couldn't even believe it. You saw it took a second for him to pull the trigger there. He's like, wait, that's not my raise.
Yeah, that's not my teammate.
Slash now dead. Alpay finds one, traded up by Parkjung, and suddenly this round might be in the hands of Spear. Push out, Lawrence falling. It's all on Cobra.
Cobra gets the headshot, denying the spike plant. Only 19 seconds.
He's got a TP, gets himself in the shower. They're ready for it, but he cannot lock on to Hound.
Damn, that was so close.
Oh, you can see hands on head. He's like, I should have had him. I should have read that.
He should have stayed back, I think. I mean, you can wait for that sound cue, basically. It's so much about economizing the clock. And, you know, in Valorant, this is one of the esports titles where sound is such an important feature in the game. With only about 17 seconds remaining, and the given, I don't know exactly how long it takes to plant a spike. Is it like 3 seconds or something like that? Anyways, like it's enough time that you want to try to abuse that. They have to either come and kill you or get the spike plant and make that decision-making more difficult.
Oh, well. Spear Gaming can breathe easily after taking that round, but can they get these final 2.5? Obviously, I mean, economically, just fairly well balanced right now. Our Prince still going to be seeing the Bulldog out from Lawrence, however, who has been getting punished more so than the rest of the team. Angel's used, expecting a rush on the back of the boot bot, but does not happen.
So close to the end of the first half here. Spear Gaming needs to get this up to 4. That's a much more manageable number to have 4 to 8 going into the second half.
I mean, anything that they can get right now is going to be huge for them.
No ultis available right now here for Prince, we should point out, where there's plenty to use here for Spear Gaming. Question is where and how. And it looks like this is going to be an attack sprung here onto the B site. Nakji ready up here. Gonna move through window.
Seekers are out. Nakji boosted up, looking for a shot. JoJo waiting below.
That was sick.
Decent trigger discipline from him, but does end up dying. And it's gonna be looking very good now for Spears. We have a 2v4. Alpay just saying, nope. Just gonna go back over here towards A.
And there's no benefits from staying back right now since this is the last round in the first half.
We got one more.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got one more. I was like watching it back up. I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they trying to save if it's going to end? Excuse me. Good correction. So Killjoy going to hang back. Same with the Omen. They're going to get their Vandal and Spectre to be carried through with them into the next round. And that means it's going to be a nice 4th win here on the board for Spear Gaming, and a much-needed one at that. And if they can win the following round, that'll put it up 5-7, which is nearly even.
Yeah, that would be great for them. So, thought for a second maybe they were going to be taking the teleporter out, but they do not do so. They have no reason to go on a hunt right now. They cannot risk losing out on these rifles. You know, as nice as it would be to get the Vandal and the Phantom out of Alpay and Cobra's hands, it's not worth the risk. You're talking about 2 of the best fraggers on the squad.
Right.
So it's just leave them alone, let them hang on to it. Come back in, look to win the next round. You see, you know, they have had to spend down quite a bit because there's been some bloody rounds.
Yeah, and a crazy invasion by Nakji coming in from above and just
nasty shot.
John wicking his way through there, getting those kills and basically allowing it to be unstoppable at that point in time is after the spike plant.
Lawrence going to be holding it hookah with a judge. Slash and Cobra, they go for the stack again at short, trying to catch somebody off guard so they can swap out this Guardian for a real weapon. But didn't manage to find anybody. Everybody is playing in over here towards
man.
B. Oh, Nakji, he takes so much damage from that initial hit. Slide will come down. Lawrence using the hot hands defensively. His slash is on the slow creep behind. Backed up here by Cobra, and this is fantastic. Jojo finds another kill, the showstopper now ready to go. Chucks it out, Hound dead, and it's just Park Chung left alive. They heard the TP come through. They're looking for the Hunter's Fury to try to hunt for him. But
it's just not going to happen. Yeah, and that's going to be an 8-4 for the first half. Pistol round going to be a bit of a nail biter here for Spear Gaming, because we do know that if you win the pistol round, you're supposed to on paper win round number 2, and that would put them up to 10 wins if they managed to do that here if Prince did.
And it's just so rough. I mean, Spear, they had a great read at the start of this. They lost the pistol round. They go in for the force buy. They get the instant turnaround, but then they just couldn't really string anything together here. Just a few rounds scattered across the entire half. Like you say, they need to pick up this pistol round. That will in theory, get them to within 2 of Prince. They should have an easier time setting up for the defense, but if they lose that momentum early, maybe Prince just ends up running away with this after such a close ascent.
I mean, the first round, if you guys missed the first map, by the way, check out the VOD because it is insane. But going into the second map here, Prince does seem to have a much better handle on this. It could be tricky, though, on the attacking side. I'm curious how the defensive setup is going to be here for Spear Gaming. We did see that the Killjoy was extremely strong in holding the sights. Always a headache to try to get in there. But this time around, it's a different team setup here. We'll see how the Astra Smokes can help out. We do have a Phoenix over here with Lawrence, so he's going to be able to flash his way into sights pretty easily. And a very conservative start here, actually, for Prince. We did see a small push, a poke out over towards B, towards the fountain, but they didn't see anything and turned around. And in fact, it looks like the spike is still going to be directed into this area.
I know that one is playing around a window. Maybe not necessarily that there's 2. Aggressive push forward from Jojo. And yeah, he just completely falls over. Lawrence cutting off that window access with the hot hands for just a moment, forces them back into the cubbies, and he's going to get himself situated to try to displace them out of hookah. But as he pushes, Nakji finds a kill. As the paint shells starts chucking it out as Park Chung. It's a pretty meaty right-click in onto Halbe.
Ooh.
Nakji's just going to kill 3.
Yeah, and so they're going to go for the defuse here. It does actually miss. That Omen does miss that shot, and I think the defuse is going to come down. It does.
The gravity well just holds him back. He doesn't want to move into it. He says, like, oh, if I do that, I'm going to die, and if I don't do it, then we're just going to lose.
Yep.
It's a quad right off the bat. Quadra kill here for Nakji is huge. Just 2 to go to have that showstopper. So that is a huge pistol round for the side of Spear. You're not going to be seeing any kind of force coming out from Prince.
We have Jojo with a sheriff. No, I was going to say, I think it'd be unwise.
Lawrence is going to do it.
Well, what they can do is have Lawrence go for a flash, try to get a kill, and then try to farm out the guns and come back that way. But yeah, not likely to work.
I mean, what Lawrence should do is gift the sheriff onto, over to somebody who has been getting kills in this map. Unfortunately, it's not been a great look for him with the Phoenix.
So the spike's been picked up by the Omen. We're waiting outside hookah. We don't know if they're going to commit for sure yet. A heavily defended right now with a 3-agent stack, where over at B it's just the Rays in the sky. In an unusual spot, nobody's checking into window here.
Just keep themselves very defensively situated.
Jojo now going to come around this corner, try to peek. They're not going to see anything just yet, unless Nakji decides to change his position.
Rotation starting to come through now as Wix makes his way back through spawn over towards B. Do they use the paint shells to check this cubby? Would displace Nakji. Okay. Comes out. They manage to find Cobra. That's going to be the spike on the ground. And Park Chung, oh man, he just massacres them. Wix on his rotation gets the other 2. They only lose Nakji.
Sick setup there. Beautiful flash, mowing the team down with the Spectre, but a third round here in the second half is so important because this is the round where our team that's been losing for the first half, in this case it would be Prince, is actually going to be able to buy rifles and have superior firepower. We already see Vandals and Phantoms have been purchased. And again, getting that 9th win and getting that much closer to that beautiful 13 to close this out would allow them to then win this best of 3.
Would send them into the top 8. Still, it's heating up. It was a very solid first half from Prince, but always going to be more difficult here with the attack on Bind.
Ooh.
Okay, moves forward. Lawrence off screen finds Kosa over at short. Gets the elimination of U-Haul rather. Hound just pressing forward. Cobra coming through that blaze wall.
Halbay gets the kill there on the Hound with that headshot from the Vandal.
Oh, they spot Wicks as well.
Spike
Good
being
cleanup.
planted.
It's a fantastic round here for Prince.
Yeah, let's see if they can try to salvage this situation here with the raise in the sky, but they're so far out. An awkward push here through A, maybe Heaven, maybe Vents. Looks like it's going to be Vents here. And the way that they're all hiding is so good. I love the Sova over here in showers. You know, coming around this side of A is so difficult. There's so many angles you have to check for, so many possible ways you can be punished as you poke out here.
Oh,
gets the kill there.
Find one, the showstopper's here. Help it, he cannot get the kill. Ooh. Suddenly, a 2v2. Hawk going in,
coming down.
Finding the blind. They get the double blind here, but Lawrence, he will fall. They might have just clutched this out, but no! Slash is there, mows down Noctis as he tries to get that defuse off. Will lose out on his weapon, so nobody retains everything. Everybody has to buy back in for this next round, but it's 9-6. They stopped the momentum just a little bit, but not in a clean fashion.
So far, so good here. Prince does manage to save that at the last moment, but kind of an intimidating round there by Spear. The fact they were able to come through and do so well. Now this time around, we still have a economically viable team here for Spear Gaming. They were able to get Vandals and Phantoms, although we do have the Sova holding back here with a Sheriff. But if Prince can shut them down this time, that's going to be where the real momentum builder is going to be.
Well,
okay.
We're talking about momentum builders. Halbay is a momentum builder. Yeah, what a start.
Do not stand in a line if Halbay is in this map, because
just generally
speaking, don't line up in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, he does have the lockdown available. Obviously doesn't want to have to use it here in this round. Wants to save that for later on. Wicks does nearly have his Hunter's Fury. Needs a single killer Ult Orb to get that online. Lawrence falling in the teleporter.
Yeah, there's going to be a push in through elbow here. An attempted flank as the Sage is going to try to duel over here, and they can just get it. Easy peasy, man. That's going to be the 10th win this round. Things are getting dicey here for Spear. I mean, they're really not allowed to make that many more mistakes on this map or they're out.
Yeah. Kosa just going to be staying in the teleporter. You know, they could maybe infer that he is there. But, you know, it's just a spring to the wall situation if they want to try to get those kills. He also could have, you know, exited the teleporter and then rotated back through over towards the A site. So they go on a little bit of a merry chase to try to find him, but they will not be able to locate him. But now just 3 away from closing out this series and eliminating Spear Gaming from stage 2.
So this round is the one where you can see the hurt. Sheriff spot here for the Reyna and the Sova. First, we'll take a quick recap of what happened back there, which was basically that Halbay killed 2 players immediately, making this an extremely easy round win. So it's going to be a 4 Sheriff buy. The Astra's got the Vandal. Of course, over here for Prince, they are loaded. And you can see their credits are starting to build up.
So like a banner advertising like the Paradise map? Like a palm tree with like a little tiger swinging.
Oh, did they?
I'm not sure if that's what exactly.
Oh,
what?
My
okay,
God.
Lawrence, hello?
How is that how that went down? Pause the game.
Because sheriffs.
Yeah.
Is why.
I can't even. Crazy. All right, so right now our defending team does not have good cover on A. The Sova's going to try to come up here into Heaven. Smoke's already abound over here from the Omen. Wicks looking for something, anything, can't quite find it. Gonna try to fire a shock dart, but it doesn't manage to interrupt the plant.
He thinks it's gonna be behind the box stack, but they actually plant it directly in front of Showers. So it's a change up here from Prince. Very unorthodox planting spot. And yeah, they just have firm control of the site. With all sheriffs and Wicks. Parkjung the only ones with armor. Nucky doesn't have any. Jojo just get forced back as they get the daze out from the Trailblazer. But clears the boom bot, gets the headshot, moves forward. Parkjung trying to set it up. Does manage to find one. Wicks found another off camp. Still going to be a 1v3. They push in, they get the finish, they can take the TP out. 2 more rounds to go. And Prince will have punched their ticket into the top 8.
Yeah, and you can see the confidence rising over here on Prince. I mean, they know they've got it. Spear has had some great attempts, but none have really managed to get them to a place that's close to recovery. This round, again, we do have Rifles bought here for Spear, but look at how low the credits are. I mean, the richest player has 900 credits, which means if they get a 12th win, it'll probably be an immediate 13th win after that.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing that is, you know, ult economy is also very much there. Everybody has their ult available. They just haven't had to use them for Prince in these last several rounds as they've come online. We do have Seekers for some scouting. Empress, if Hound can try to pop off. Curveball out, drop down. Lawrence running it back, looking for something. Cobra picked off. Good Hunter's Fury here from Wicks. That's a solid start. They're going to need a decent bit more than that.
Oh, that's awkward.
Really poor timing, but they know because of the showstopper, they can't push to try to get the kill. He's going to blast back forward.
This is going to be a lot of damage in this hallway if it connects. And it does. It gets Kosa, but doesn't kill anybody else.
It doesn't get damage on anybody. Lockdown now going to be used. And because Hunter's Fury was burned, they cannot clear this. They're storming onto the site. They're going to try to destroy this naturally. They have.
Ooh, great shot there by Parkjung. This is the round they absolutely could do it. Here comes the Hunter's Fury, though.
Okay, Wicks. Taken down, a little bit of vengeance there from Slash, looking for another target. Gets the hit in, the peek coming through. Needs to interrupt, has done so. The paint shell's now flying through. Nucky cannot stay stuck, and they haven't got it into half.
Oh, gets the shot there. It's now going to be Slash. Pops up over the box, gets the kill on Hound.
Beautifully done.
And it's now 6-12.
What a great comeback.
That was a
Prince.
Clutch play.
That was
great control there of the spike site.
Yeah, it was looking catastrophic, but the lurk coming through from Jojo to get himself into hookah window, just everything with the delays was beautiful. They stopped them from getting halfway on that spike, and yeah, you know, they look poised to take this. A Stinger, a Spectre, a Bulldog, just not much to work with here.
Yeah, it was a beautiful sequence of utility, followed up with good angles to snipe. That is making this a living hell here for Spear Gaming, who now needs to win 6 games in a row to even get a chance to go to overtime and prove themselves.
And they only have the showstopper, you know, to really have that high impact. Their weapons are severely weakened.
This is even manageable against a showstopper. I mean, just keep your agents spread out and watch out for tight angles. And here we see the Rays now pushing in through Showers. It's going to be spotted, though. Is there a hole in the roof of that?
Yeah.
Did you get the dart through the hole? That's cool.
I think it was a little bit of a misalignment. I think he wanted to land on a very specific spot, but
yeah,
I could be wrong. Maybe that would reveal if they were hanging out in the hallway, but Hound taken down. Lawrence finding a very nice opening kill here in the round. Just putting another nail in the coffin.
Yeah, the end is nigh. We have Halbay still holding the B site down with the Sky just inside the hallway here.
Halbay's looking to catch these rotations.
Lord's going to try to heal up here with that hot hands.
Parkjung does kill him, and that's going to be a trade out. So Spectre gets upgraded now to Vandal. Koza pushing the corner, trying to get it through the blind, just cannot do so. Lawrence outgunning him. Now Wicks alone in the back there. Does get eliminated. Parkjung finding one. Can he do it 3 more times?
Jojo comes around, gets a great headshot there, but it is too little, too late. Prince wins.